Well, there's one talk that does not happen around the dinner table, and that is climate change with the kids. And it should be a talk that a lot of people should start having, and that's why we have the Zero Waste family with us, James and Frederica, to talk to us as parents how to talk to our kids about climate change. And again, there might be tears, there might be frustration, and there might just be pretty much no talk at all. But as parents have to do that. And so thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having us.
So yeah, the talk is hard to have, right,
That's
James?
right. Well, what we've been finding is that there's research out now that says over 60% of kids have a lot of anxiety about climate change, and what we're finding is that it's just not a common topic of conversation at home. And so we've been really exploring that with our kids, and I think we've got some nice tips as to how to bring that topic up at home.
Yeah, and Frederica, this is the thing, is that as parents, we don't want to see our kids have that anxiety. We want them to go through the craziness because what they're hearing, what they're seeing on social media. So we need to sit and talk with them, and there's some great things that come out of these talks, and that is, again, being a zero waste family, saving the planet. So let's start with one tip that you have for us.
Well, I think that the first thing we can do is talk to our kids and listen, to be good listeners. Because most kids actually know more about climate change than we think, and I understand that we want to shield our kids and we want to protect them, but this is not the way to do it. We need to have that open discussion with them. So ask your kids, what do you think of climate change? What do you know? And listen to them, what they say, even the anxiety, and hear that out. And I think it is so important that we as parents listen and let the kids express exactly how they feel about it.
Yeah. And I know it's kind of scary when you start listening to the kids and how they're worried. So what's another tip that we can do to help ease their anxiety, help ease the parents' anxiety talking?
What I'd recommend really is just learning together with your kids. That could take the form of watching a documentary or learning about where plastic comes from or some of the challenges that we're having or some of the things that you can do, right? Really learning together is very empowering.
Yeah, and you go off and you do lectures across, and we're looking at some of the things that you've been teaching us about being sustainable, sub-zero, how to save money. And that's what this documentary that is coming out, or has been out, that you guys are very proud of, because it is showing you all how to be zero waste and also how to, have that talk, climate change, and to be a better person to our planet.
Yeah, so our documentary, Zero Time to Waste, is actually about our family's journey, how we became a zero waste family and how we do this. And it's really interesting because you actually get to listen to our children, especially our daughter, who is now 15, talking about what is it like for her to grow up zero waste.
Yeah, and the thing is that in this documentary, my understanding is that it's not preaching about being zero waste, it's teaching people, it's not scaring them, and that's something that you really want to make sure that people want to understand. This is like, you don't have to be scared to go zero waste, which it's so really, I'm saying that, scared to go zero waste, but it's true, right, James?
Yeah, that's right. And I think what we found is that when you take steps to live more sustainably, you can turn your kids' fear into action. And I think that's really the theme that we found that's most effective. Help them take these little steps at home, role model living more sustainably with your kids, and that really makes them feel less fearful about what's going on in the world. Because the reality is, kids can't change the world. They can change what's going on at home. And when you help them connect that to action, it really helps with the fear and anxiety they have.
Yeah, and the book that came out recently in your second edition of the Zero Waste family, you're very excited about this, with this book being out now. It's a great book to pick up, to work with the kids, to teach them, because you said that you wanted to do this book because you couldn't find anything out there.
No, so when I started our journey, because I was the one who started this 15 years ago, there were no books like that, and I wanted a book. I wanted that source of information. How can I do a birthday party? How can I do zero waste gardening? How can I do anything with kids and toys and arts and crafts, zero waste? And this is what I took all my knowledge and I put it into this book to help other families.
I like it.
And one of my favorite chapters in the book is a whole chapter that talks about how parents can talk to kids about climate change.
Yeah. Okay. So let's do a couple of quick tips on how to be a quick zero waste family. What's two quick things that we can do right now at home?
I would say that buying more things used, secondhand. I think we have this notion that everything has to be new for our kids. That's not true. Kids, they don't really care where things come from. So buy clothes, shoes, toys, bikes, whatever you use for your kids, buy it used. The kids are not going to care, and you're saving the planet and some money at the same time.
I like it. And then James, I have to ask you as a dad.
Yeah, I really start to figure out how you can buy things package free, right? Our kids love Legos, and we found a way that you can actually buy used Legos. If you think about the grocery store, look, more and more grocery stores have bulk sections, and here in Arizona, there's more and more zero waste stores where you can actually refill things up. So look for ways to swap out the packaging.
I like that. Well, I'm so glad you two came in to, again, see us. It's so great seeing you and learning from you, and it's awesome. So, first of all, where can we find the movie?
You can find the movie on our website, zerowastefamily.com.
And you can watch it for free.
Oh, you can watch I like that. And the book, of course, you can go to the website too, and also on Amazon, right?
got
So I like it. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Here we go. Easy talk to have right there about climate change.